Everywhere else in Africa, we don't want passport, we don't want visa, we must move free of charge.
My people, how did we get here? How did we get to a point where Africans are attacking other Africans and telling them, go back home, you don't belong here? And home to where exactly, you might ask, right? This is what's happening right now in South Africa. A rise in xenophobic attacks, African migrants being targeted, businesses being destroyed, people being chased out of communities simply because they're not from there. And at this point, we have to ask a very serious question. Is this not a crisis? Because we do not need another reminder of how something like slavery could ever happen on the continent, do we? And what we're witnessing right now should disturb every single one of us. Because moments like this force us to confront something deeper. What kind of society are we building? What kind of future are we building if Africans cannot feel safe among Africans? And maybe even more uncomfortable, what does it say about us if we can so easily turn on each other? And let's be honest, that what we're seeing right now is not just about xenophobia. This is about what we know and what we don't know. This is about what we've been taught and what we have not been taught. This is about what we've forgotten. Because if we truly understood our history, if we truly understood the struggles of our ancestors, what it took to survive, to resist, to unify, would we be here if we really understood that? And for a country like South Africa, a country that fought one of the most brutal systems of racial oppression in modern history, a country that did not stand alone, but was supported by African nations across the continent and the global Black world.
Where opportunities abound tends not to cause problems. Problems arise where people think others are coming to take their jobs. I saw a clip of some old and rugged white middle-aged men in the UK claiming that Africans were taking up their jobs. And the reporter asked him, particularly, what job do you do? And what job would they have taken away from you? He was a jobless, skill-less human being, but who was out in the streets protesting that some job of his has been taken. Extraction. We believe that those skills are exportable.
The borders must be collapsed. We are one thing. This continent is one. I am a Zimbabwean, I am a Nigerian, I am a Tanzanian, because African brothers everywhere.
I think we need to be very careful about xenophobia. We need to understand that South Africa does not have a xenophobia problem. We have an Afrophobia problem. We have millions of Germans in the Western Cape. We have a lot of foreigners in this country, whether legally or illegally, who are not from Africa. They are not being discriminated against. They are not being chased out. This is an Afrophobia, and that needs to be addressed. In order for this African Union to be a success, this needs to be addressed. I think it was condemned by the African Union, but it needs to be taken a step further. Negotiations have to be had. We have to ask, how can we have collaborative border crossing investment, trade, intra-Africa trade, whatever it might be, on a collaborative term with good border management. There is no such thing as an illegal African in South Africa. Africa belongs to Africans.